Hello, grade 7. I'm going to do a quick review of chapter 4 with you. As I mentioned yesterday, I want all your work to be done today. On Monday we'll go over it, Wednesday's a Kahoot. I really don't have a test to give you because you're not in class. I might throw up some quiz questions. We'll see how it goes. The main thing to take from this chapter is, as it is, it's the fur trade. So starting in phase 1, way back in your textbook on page 108, go from there, look at your chart, look at the handout I gave you. What was that first contact like? What impact did it have? Positive and negative. Metal goods, furs, little contact, from fishing and all that. Eventually, phase 2, Champlain, New France, leading into a little more colony, the missionaries, conversion. What impact is that having now? Into phase 3, on page 115, you've got Hudson's Bay coming in around Rupert's Land, doing trade there, so that's British and French competition now. Indigenous have 2 places to go, but they side with one or the other because of relationships. Remember, Champlain helped fight some of the First Nation people that were in New France against their enemies, so they worked with him. He converted them and became part of their culture and life. So what's happening, good and bad? Who worked in there? Who is our head to Hudson's Bay? Who is Northwest? And that's phase 4. Who are the voyagers? Who are the Métis? That's what the whole chapter is about, is the fur trade. We've done a long timeline, which is ahead of our original timeline through chapter 3. We're just kind of seeing the changes. You've got the big chart, handout I gave you, questions you've done. So kind of just going over it, again, on Wednesday there'll be a Kahoot review. I might give you a little quiz review too, we'll see. But kind of going through this. As things move to the west in phase 4, and the head comes together, Northwest and Hudson's Bay are right beside each other fighting, and eventually Hudson's Bay wins, overtakes, buys up most of the Northwest Company's fur trading routes, which is no longer the French, but now British merchants using the French routes. But eventually, with the British government's help, Hudson Bay has a monopoly, they are supported, they have more money, so they take over. Remember, we're talking about a monopoly. Good thing or bad thing, right? When there's only one place to buy something from, it's not very good usually for the people coming in. So the fur traders weren't getting as a good deal anymore. So that control of the fur trade. Métis, big help there on page 123 with the fur trade. The Red River Cart, their languages they spoke, know about the Métis. We'll deal with them a lot more in the future, how important they were to Canadian history. Talking about phase 5 again, that's it. Everything's moved west, it's all Hudson's Bay Company. Not really anything going on fur trade in the east because the beavers kind of becoming extinct. They hunted the buffalo now. What's the consequence of that? The negative effects of this hunting in general, how life has changed for First Nation who followed the fur trade, the migration. Everything about life is changing for the Indigenous. Originally, contact, trade for trade. And then live amongst us. And then converse. And then then force us out of our land. And then make us follow you they relied on the fur trade. So negative and positive of the fur trade is what the whole chapter is about. So make sure you're getting your HBC Northwest chart down, your phase of the fur trade, your textbook questions, and your review sheet. Anything you can, that'd be great. I appreciate it. I will talk to you on Monday.